Okay, I've made a basic shamrock here, but I'm thinking it would be really, really cool, for an upcoming holiday if I had a brush that kind of sprayed shamrocks. So to do that, I mean, my artboard here is like 1,000 pixels by 1,000 pixels. That's kind of big. So I'm gonna option click and drag and make a duplicate of my shamrock shape. I'm going to reduce it down while I'm holding down shift just so everything stays symmetrical. That's probably a good size. I'm going to open up my brushes panel, extend it so I could see stuff. This is just basic brushes. It's nothing fancy. I'm going to make a scatter brush. So I'm going to drag my shamrock into my brushes panel, make sure scatter brush is checked, click OK, and start setting the parameters for this. I don't have anything that I'm working from. I'll probably like do this and then make a stroke with the brush and see what it does. First I'm going to name it and call it Shamrock Sprayer because that's what I want. I'm going to set the size to random, but only within a certain parameter. And I'll probably, like I said, I'll probably wind up adjusting that later. Spacing, random. I don't want to deviate too much from that. Scatter, also random, but not too far off. We'll see. And rotation, random. I want these puppies like totally rotating all over the place. Okay, so I'm going to click OK. And then I'm going to make sure nothing else is selected because I don't want to apply this to anything else. I'm going to make sure my fill is set to none and my stroke is in the foreground because I want to apply this brush. Brushes panel disappeared again. I want to apply this brush to the stroke that I create. So I'm just going to move myself over here and give myself enough room. And yeah, I realize I'm on the pasteboard. I'm not on the artboard or the clipboard, whatever you like to call it. So I'm going to grab my brush tool, but I could also grab my pen tool. It wouldn't really matter. And I'm just going to make a whatever. Okay, so yeah, with brush selected, that is totally working. Yeah, I realize it's hard to see. I will drag the whole thing over to, or we could make another artboard. We'll make another artboard. So yeah, there is my Shamrock sprayer that's working the way I want it to. If I feel like making it look a little bit more dimensional, I mean, I can always go back into settings and change some things if I want to. If I think, I don't know, the spacing is a little too tight, I can always spread it apart, click OK, apply to strokes. If I'm not sure about it, while that brush is still selected, I can, yeah, okay, fine, that looks the way I want it to. So there are things I can do to this now. I can't apply an effect to something before I make a brush, but I can apply effect to something after I make it. So with my stroke selected, I'm going to go to Effect, and, well, I could do Stylize, Drop, Shadow, preview it. Not so exciting, so perhaps I don't do it. Go back to Effect, Stylize, and Outer Glow might be fun. I'm going to set mine to normal. I'm going to click preview and do something that makes this kind of pop out. Yellow, that's nice. To further see the effect of that, if I put it on partly on the gray background, you're going to see that effect. If I want to take that off of there and, I don't know, maybe do something that makes it look a little bit more dimensional, we'll make a duplicate of it. Option click and drag to dupe it. While that's selected, open up Appearance, and I want to take the outer glow off of there. So I'm just going to go into the Appearance panel and drag it to the trash. Now I'm free to apply whatever other effect I want in there. So stylize, maybe we do inner glow, preview, and instead of screen, well, instead of, I'm going to change it from screen to something else. I'm just going to put a lighter color, darker color. something lighter, click OK. I can set if I want the edges to appear lighter, I can set the blur to, I chose 10 pixels, normal. Actually screen might be better, whichever's brighter, or I can choose, instead of edge for the blur, I can set it to center, which will change the way things look, whatever makes it look more dimensional. So you have a bunch of choices there. So using the brushes panel to create a custom brush, and then using effects to change the look of your brush can give you a lot more options if you're making a decorative background or a wallpaper or some kind of seasonal graphic.